Good evening, everybody. It's day 24. It's Monday night. What is it, October 25th? I had a treatment today and definitely feeling a little down from it. But I'll give you a recap of the last couple days and then what's ahead. This weekend was awesome. I think I found sort of an upward trend and was feeling good and just was able to do a little woodworking on Saturday, which was a definite passion of mine, and felt very much like myself. Besides still battling this head cold, I didn't feel the effects physically. I worked a lot slower than I normally do and just kind of paced myself. I only worked for about 4 hours, and typically if I'd go out on a Saturday to woodwork or do something on the farm, it'd be 8, 10, 12-hour type of days. That's the kind of work I do. But so it was paced and slower, but I got stuff done and it was really rewarding. I think that's a big win is find something that makes you feel rewarded. Sunday night, we did a little trunk or treat with my cousins, my brother's family, and that was also very energizing. Going into today, I was honestly very apprehensive. I think not a lot of people want to talk about, especially guys, the way they're feeling, but the truth is, after what happened last Monday, I was very concerned about what this Monday would be like. Some friends and my sister confirmed a syndrome that I think everyone should hear about if they don't already know, called vasovagal, vasovagal, I think, vasovagal. It's basically where your body has a response to certain scenarios, and it's kind of a fainting, lowering of blood pressure response. That's probably the worst, most basic explanation of it I could give, but the idea is that for me, it's either the thought of giving blood or getting treatment or something that turned on me last week and caused the scary situation that happened. But this vasovagal syndrome is relatively uncommon, but strangely enough, my both sister-in-laws actually have experienced it. My sister Jerusha has experienced it many times pretty severely with faintings where she's then hit her head on things. So after speaking about it with my sister, she gave me some great wisdom and advice and techniques to help mitigate it. I'd recommend looking it up and learning about it if you've ever experienced something like that, because the great news is that today I did not experience it at all. I went in this morning early, calm. I'd had a nice breakfast. I had a little salt in my breakfast. I had a muffin with butter on it, which I usually don't have in the morning, but that's supposed to help keep blood pressure up. I also laid down to give blood, and I also just divorced myself from the process of it. I told the nurse this morning, I'm putting headphones on. I'm going to listen to music. I want you to just access the port. Don't even tell me when you're doing it. Don't tell me when you're giving me saline. Don't tell me when you're drawing blood. Don't tell me when you're flushing. Just do your thing. And I'm just going to lay back and listen to music. The only way I knew she was kind of done is that she turned the lights out, and I saw above, sort of through my closed eyes, that the lights were out. And she walked away, and it was all the prep work for the labs was done. The blood drawn, the port accessed everything in, and I was in a perfectly good headspace. So that was a huge welcome sign. The second was my caffeine management. I've been using green tea, having a cup of green tea in the morning, and that's, I think, helped give me a little bit of caffeine, but not too much. When I feel that little bit of headache or migraine coming on, I'm taking an Excedrin, which has caffeine in it, and I think that has really helped just get me through. I'm not drinking coffee anymore, which is very strange for me. Usually would have a triple shot of espresso every morning for the last maybe dozen plus years. but not doing that now and trying to mitigate it with some light caffeine through drinking tea and Excedrin when I need it. So that's really helped and been really positive. Today's treatment experience was pretty positive, though I'm definitely feeling run down from it right now. Still getting my voice back from the head cold. What came out of the labs, the information was that my whites, both the neutrophil as well as the stable normal whites, are both low, about 50% of what they should be at the lowest level. So they told me today that I was basically in a concerning immunocompromised position where I shouldn't be engaging with the outside world in a pretty meaningful way. That was hard to hear, but funny enough, with COVID, it's kind of been like that for so long that it didn't throw me for a loop. If I go out, I'll wear a mask, but I don't probably intend to go out this week until maybe I can get those whites back on the up a little bit. They considered giving me something called Granix, opted against it, so I don't know too much about it, but I think it's supposed to help your bone marrow jumpstart and start reproducing more of the neutrophil, which I think are what they call the baby whites. So, learned a lot today. It was very interesting, but I ended up receiving the bleomycin treatment, and now tonight I'm feeling weakened because of it. I've also started experiencing the quick turnover cell loss. Inside of my mouth is really sensitive, and feel like I have a few different sores. I did a wash with some salt and baking soda as they recommended, some warm water, and that actually was soothing, really helped it. The other thing, which is kind of the biggest news for me, is today's the first day I've started experiencing the hair loss. I noticed I scratched my beard and had a few hairs in there, run my hand through my hair and had a few hairs come out. And then tonight during my shower, during some washings on my legs, I kind of rubbed and got a chunk of hair. And that, I guess it was kind of hard, kind of really made it real. Obviously it's been very real, but I think you have these moments where it's more real than others because you can mask it and be living life. Like this weekend felt great. But tonight it's more real than usual, than it has been. But the big praise is that I'm through the first cycle. Today was the last treatment of the first cycle. So that's wonderful news. I'm here. I'm living through it. I'm working on it. And I start a 5-day week next Monday. And so I'm going to spend a lot of mental energy this week preparing for the strength to get through that. My dad and sister gave me some really inspiring psalms this morning about battling through the storm and strength in the Lord. And I'm going to really focus on that and maintain that courage. Continue to fill my head with the things I'm thankful for. All of that gratitude in my life is preventing that negative thought from entering in. So those are the encouragements of the week, and also balancing some of those losses that are happening with the sensations and the hair and the weakness starting to set in. But again, appreciate all your positive thoughts and prayers, and I'll probably check in at the start of next week once again to start off that 5-day week and kind of let you know my baseline of where I'm feeling to start the week. Thanks, guys.